Get it together.
I look at the wave form or whatever, like the sound,
To look like for where
and
we're
I see
laughing.
where's it really high, and
That's usually me being a cackling hyena.
it's usually you is the case. So
I'll try to tone it down.
that's why most of them end up being you, and also I just don't say anything really funny.
Yeah. Work on it. Do better. There we go. That's the problem. I crack myself up, which
Yeah.
is just sad.
No, it's funny though.
Do you know what? Do you know what my sense of humor is? It can be summed up with one dad joke. Oh god, I'm not going to even get it out. Okay. No? What?
There's no way.
It's so stupid.
I'm about to be so let down.
You are. What did Batman say to Robin before they got into the Batmobile?
What is it, like, let's get in the Batmobile or something stupid like that?
Get in the car? Why?
That's so stupid.
I don't know why I love it so much. That's my favorite joke of all time. Oh my god.
It's like an anti-joke or whatever.
Oh my god. I'm crying. Why can't I be a normal human being? I'm leaking. What's that from? It's from a movie.
I don't know. I know in Aquamarine when she
I'm
cries, she's like,
leaking.
I'm leaking.
Oh, that's probably it. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
I'm leaking. I'm falling apart.
I'm melting.
The tears. You're crying.
Oh my god.
I love that movie.
I'm an emotionless disaster most of the time until I start laughing, and then I can't. It's just all at once. All emotions, all at the once. Anyway.
I love when people cry when they laugh.
Why?
I think it makes it even more funny.
Then
I
have
wish
to
I
spend-
could do it. I don't really do.
Then I have to spend like the next 10 minutes getting myself together. Because it just keeps going. Yeah, okay.
Get it together.
I know. Hello, hello. Welcome back to my aunt's attic.
Why does the recording say my address?
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Like, it normally titles itself wherever we are. But this is my home address right now.
You don't spend enough time here to make this your home address. Are you creeping out on my
No,
porch or
like
something?
my home address.
Oh.
Normally
well,
it says
It's probably
your address.
It's probably confused because you never leave your house. That's not true.
Do you just try to roast me and it backfired on you? What the freak? You don't leave!
No, I don't. But no, you started school yesterday.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was good. It was a
Okay.
long day, but it was good.
Because you had work afterwards?
No, I don't work afterwards.
Wait, I thought you said that you go to school Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then you work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something.
I used to, but now that I have school, I work Saturday and Monday.
Saturday, Monday, school Tuesday, Thursday. What time do you get done with school, and are you back?
I get home at like 3:30. I got home a little early because most of my classes ended early because it was just like syllabus stuff and whatever, but my professors were very nice. My favorite class so far is art history, which was not what I expected at all.
Okay.
And
Why?
it was so interesting. I think you would love it. I think everybody would love it. It's so interesting because they explained it like it's history. It's the same thing as history. It's just you're looking at the physical rather than like the documents.
Well, you can see a progression of the art style throughout
Mhm.
history.
So we started like back with nomads and Neanderthals and stuff and like cave paintings and sculptures and how it reflects that they were so much more intelligent than a lot of people give credit, and it was so interesting. We don't ever see them draw animal stick figures. Stick figures are only human. But animals are always drawn in cave drawings and cave paintings, three-dimensional and whole and like aesthetically, but the only time we see stick figures is when it's human.
Well, I feel like they know who they are. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we don't need to put detail into that. But as far as the
so
animals,
cool.
you have to be able to distinguish between one type of animal and another. So they have to put more detail into it to make sure that everything is laid out properly and more information that's necessary is given. That is interesting. I probably would love that. I'm a history freak.
Probably I can show you my notes if you want to see later.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm kind of one of those people that I like to be in the conversation. I want to learn it myself, to just do it myself. That's why people were like kind of confused why I was going back to school, just because I like to learn and everything. They're like, you can do that for free online. No, you can't. No, you cannot. You cannot get the type of education you can in an educational setting by yourself on the computer, because you don't know what sources you're looking for. You can't get the scholarly articles that you need. You have to pay for those, which are usually free through your school or whatever, through the library. And so you cannot get the same education for free. Even though all the information is out there, to sift it all out, get it all, everything you need in an order that you can actually learn from, nah, that you have to go to school for.
No, and it's so much more efficient to have like a commitment to another person, to actually have to show up and complete work, and it's a timed thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be able to do it myself.
I couldn't do it myself. I have absolutely no self-discipline. I have to have someone yelling at me and like giving me a deadline. If not, then I will never get it done. And that actually happened a lot with my English class that we had. The class was set up in a way that as long as you got it turned in by the end of the year or end of the semester, it counted. He gave you kind of this generalized deadline to kind of keep you on track, but it was never legitimate. He didn't mark off points. And so in my head, and I'm like, doop-de-doop, I have till the end of the semester. And then all of a sudden I had 4 papers that were 10 pages long each that I had to do. And I was like, I done screwed myself over. Oh my God.
That's happened to me before.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but I also like it.
It takes the pressure off, but at the same time, I'm the type of person, I need the pressure.
And
that's why I do my best work the night before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I will put off a 10-page paper until the night before, churn something out, and be an A+ paper.
Yeah.
And then I'll be having a mental breakdown as I'm doing it. I'm crying, like, why did I do this to myself? But it'll be amazing.
Yeah, I love teachers who are like very understanding and how, deadlines are flexible, just let me know if you need more time. But then I will not get it done.
Yeah. Which makes me think, should we tell your sister that she has only a certain amount of time to do this, or her window of opportunity?
But there's
is
no
null and void?
stakes. She doesn't care.
I will give her $5. And her window of opportunity to receive $5 is...
She's expensive. I don't think $5 is going to cover anything for her.
she ain't no cheap date.
She's not. No.
Okay, well,
Wow.
I am a cheapskate, so maybe I can't afford her.
Probably not. I can't. She has broken... What's the word? Broken my bank? Broken my bank account? I've spent a lot of money on her.
Well, you're a nice sister.
Well, this is how it goes, is, I'm going to Target. You want to come with me? Do you need anything? Yeah, I'll come with you. And then we're shopping through Target, and she has $200 worth of clothes, and then, oh, I forgot my wallet.
Oh, no, I'd be like, okay, that sucks, put it all back. Have fun reversing your steps. Like,
And then I'm too nice.
nah, man. Nah.
I really want her to come on, because I would love to, like, be in her brain. She just doesn't care about anything. She's
Well,
just
then you and her have that alike.
Ah! I care about everything. What are you talking about?
Okay, elaborate. What do you care about? Awkward silence.
I care about everything.
Plants.
I care about plants. I care about people. I care about the future of the world. I care about, why are you snoring?
Boring! No, I'm just kidding.
I care about art history now.
People. You lost me at people.
I just meant, like, people who are
That's it. It's just,
struggling.
no, people. Ew. Ew. I don't
Why
care.
is it gross? You don't care about people?
People suck. No, I don't.
I care about people.
I have, like, maybe a handful of people that if they died, I would be like, oh, that sucks. Okay, moving on. But other than that, Nah.
If I died, I'm not even saying I'm in that handful of people.
Listen, this is my anxiety for you. You're 2 minutes late, right? I'm like, oh my god.
I was more than 2 minutes late.
Yeah, well, that's just it. If you're more than 2 minutes late, I'm already thinking, oh my god, she's dead on the side of the road.
That's why
you know what my thought process is like, I don't know the passwords to how to download the podcast. How am I supposed to update the podcast?
Oh my god! You're such a loser!
I mean,
Wow.
I need to get onto the podcast to inform people that you died.
You have access. You got the Anchor app.
No, I don't.
You don't have the purple one? The purple Spotify app?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what you upload on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can record right on there and everything. You can
See,
just
this
do
is
a
the
voice
problem.
memo.
This is the problem with you just saying, you should just sit back and do nothing, as I'm actively trying to help, and then you're like, no, I
You
got
don't
it.
even know what app we like how
No, I
you
don't.
upload it.
I just thought that was what's tracking it. I don't know.
It's what you uploaded on.
I'm completely technologically inept. So, yeah, that's your
Apparently.
side of things. And so, yeah, if my tech person died, I'd be a little bit out to sea.
I've never had anybody close to me die, so I'm so afraid to know how I would react.
It sucks.
I'm afraid I wouldn't.
No. As heartless as I am, no, it sucks pretty bad. So, and that's
I don't
why
know what that feels like.
I need therapy. That's probably why I don't let people close to me, because the couple times that it sucked so bad. So I'm like, you know what? We don't need to get close to people and lose them. Nah. But that's what therapy's for. Except I don't do that, so I just do this.
I do both. I have
Rub it
a
in my
new
face.
therapist. Shout out my therapist. I don't know if I say her name.
No, probably not. We don't want to throw anybody out there.
She knows I have a podcast.
Yeah. I'm slowly letting more and more people know, but at the same time I'm like, I should probably not let people know.
I would rather just shoot things out into the void or like strangers than have people in my life. But that's the thing, is like people are gonna know.
Yeah. Well, that's why we got our feedback, that we needed to change some things up.
Which was much appreciated. Thank
Yes,
you.
it was. But it's hard. He should probably do half the work. Seeing as he's the one making us change all these things, he should be doing half the work, coming
That
up
would
with
be
the
nice.
titles.
I would love to have somebody like that edits and like posts for us so we just record.
We need a Greg or a Josh.
Yeah,
that
but
stuff
then
for
we
us.
would have to pay somebody. And
Hey, folks,
we don't have money.
spread the word. Get people to like this so we can get sponsors, so that we can be paid, and then we can shove off work onto other people. That'd be great.
I would say we're close to that point, but I think even if we get a sponsor in the near future, we'll probably make sense on it.
You know what sponsor I want?
Hmm.
We are not sponsored currently, but you know what sponsor I really want? The sponsor that's on all podcasts.
Let me guess. HelloFresh?
No.
That was a good guess.
It was a very good guess, but that's not it. Try again.
I'm gonna guess.
Come
Come
on.
I feel like I know it. I'm like,
I pointed to myself awkwardly, but MeUndies!
oh, MeUndies. I thought you were gonna say, you know, the Hello Tushy or whatever, the
What?
bidet.
No, that's not one I've ever heard.
I hear about that one a lot. Hello Tushy. What's the one that Joe always says Spotify, but it's actually Shopify?
Shopify. No, I want MeUndies.
Okay.
I want to be sponsored by MeUndies, so they send us some underwear. Because how often do you throw out your underwear?
Never.
Exactly. That's a problem. I need more underwear. I hate going shopping. I hate shopping in all forms, and especially like clothes shopping. It's the literal nightmare to me. It is a literal nightmare. As in, literally, I've had nightmares about shopping. It's a problem. And so yes, I would love to be paid to talk about clothing that I don't have to buy, and they just send me. That'd be great. So
You know-
this is our formal request, MeUndies.
Would we wear matching?
Coordinate. If you would ever text me back, maybe we could coordinate.
Oh my god! Hey, at least I didn't send you a friggin' GIF in the middle of the night. Oh, let me just send a little GIF.
I do not send gifts in the middle of the night. I text at completely appropriate times of the day.
Okay.
Because I'm asleep in the middle of the night. I go to bed at like 10:15, dude. I'm an old lady.
And then I come over next week. Oh my god, I was up till 3 finishing this show.
Listen, after my Pamperin escapades,
You're still on that?
I'm still on Pamperin.
You've been on Pamper for like 3 weeks.
Listen, the one day I haven't taken Pamperin, I was up till like 3
You've been
a.m.
seriously taking it every day?
Yes, I have.
How many?
Just 2, right before bed. It knocks me out, dude, and the only way it ever shuts my brain off. Because if not, then I'm just going, my brain is just going until like 3, 4 in the morning. I get no sleep. I've been perpetually exhausted my entire life because I don't get proper amount of sleep. I get max 6 hours without anything. Start taking Pamperin, I'm getting my 7 to 8 hours. I've never felt better. So I will continue taking my Pamperin.
Are there any long-term effects?
I don't
Negative
know, and I
effects?
don't care.
Maybe it makes you delusional. It makes you think you're blonde.
My cousin yelled at me again. Wow! I'm blonde, damn it! I am blonde! It's a dirty blonde, but it's a dark, dirty blonde, but I'm blonde.
You guys, Danielle thinks she's blonde, and I'm just gonna let her think that. I know that she's not.
It's a dirty blonde!
I've seen it! Don't show it to me!
It's a dirty blonde!
I know what it looks like, okay?
Oh my god! It's okay.
It's like a tan. It's like
well, that's
a beige.
just it. It's not quite brown. It's not. It's all these
It's in
different
between,
colors.
but it's definitely...
Like, I have strands. Like, on the bottom of my hair, I have, like, multiple color strands. If I hold one, it's probably
Okay,
weird
I've
hair.
had one gray hair before, but I might as well be all gray, right?
No! I'm saying, like, it's underneath is darker, then there's, like, lighter strands and everything, but it's, like, it's not dark enough to be brown. It's still, especially under certain lightings, it's, like, really bright gold, and it's, like, blonde! Damn it, I'm blonde!
I don't know.
Because if I'm not blonde, then I'm just like a really just dull brown, like light brown, gross color.
I feel like you're
I'm an
a
interesting
third category.
Yes, I am. I'm one of a kind.
You're
So
special.
screw you.
What?
Screw you.
I'm
blonde on my license.
Listen, I'm
okay.
here. You are?
Yeah. And I always will be. Screw you. I'm blonde.
I'm bro. How do they abbreviate blonde?
Blow.
Blow?
I have no idea.
Seriously?
No, maybe
Brown is
BLND. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna whip out well, actually, my license is in my. Do they not? Oh, they put my eye color.
They have my... I gotta look.
I don't know. Okay, they don't put hair color anymore. I'm looking. It's height. It's sex, height, eyes. Date of birth expires.
Oh, you're right.
E. I don't know what E is. None. And then
Where do you see E?
I don't know. Look.
Oh, E none, R none? Do you have R?
RB. I have RB.
Wait, I have R none. Wait, what do you have that I don't?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I have no idea.
You have responsibilities.
Are you an organ donor?
No.
You're a dick.
Maybe I am. No, I'm not.
You suck.
I don't know how to feel about that.
What do you mean?
some
You're
people-
dead. You're not feeling anything.
No, but some people feel like organs have like a spiritual thing.
You're dead.
Yeah, but spirit, bro.
No, your spirit is dead and gone. It ain't chilling out in your liver.
I don't know.
Give your organs to somebody who needs them.
And don't they
dick.
say that they might not save your life so that they can donate your organs if you're like,
No, that's if you don't have if you have a DNR.
oh. Ooh, I like this little snail swirl on the back. Do you have that?
Isn't that supposed to be like the stripes of the flag? No?
I got a swirly.
I'll give you a swirly.
Oh.
You dummy, those are the stripes of the flag. You see the stars?
No, this black.
What?
Do you hear what I'm scratching on?
No,
this
I don't
black
have that.
part.
What are you doing?
Look! The black swirly of my name.
Oh. What is this?
It's cool.
Why
I'm
do we have
cool.
two totally different licenses?
Well, because you probably got yours in like 20 years ago. I just got mine this year, so.
You're so freaking rude.
I'm
When
just
was
kidding.
this
You know I
issued?
think you're not old, right?
I feel old.
When was yours issued? Mine was issued in February.
Does it have... Oh, issued 21. So a couple years old. Look at your cheeser smile.
Yeah, it's bad, but I kind of don't
You're so
care.
cute.
Thanks.
No, you know why I keep hold of this license? This is not this doesn't technically expire until 2029, but I have my, what's it called? The other license.
Permit?
No. The one that asks,
What?
I'm doing so good. The one that acts like a passport. An advanced license?
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right.
Enhanced!
Enhanced! There it is! There it is! We'd get there eventually.
Advanced driver's license! I'm an advanced driver.
Advanced
It means you're a
darkness.
really good driver.
I am. But,
Yeah, you would have that.
look at this picture. Tell me that's not just a blessing of a picture.
That's really good.
That's an amazing picture.
You look
right?
like a model.
Thank you. I know,
Wow.
right?
You seriously do. You look like a Barbie in this picture.
My enhanced license.
You have it? I want to know what this RB is about.
I look like Potato Head.
Yeah?
Well, I didn't, okay, listen, here's the story.
I just don't care. Like, I don't know why people care so much.
Well, if you have to whip this baby out and show it to anybody. So this is why I keep this one in my phone case, which is like my readily available one. And my other one I keep tucked away in my wallet because whatever. But I always refer to this one even though I have my technically enhanced license because I look like Potato Head in that picture. I didn't know I had to retake the picture to get the enhanced license. I thought they would just transfer this picture to the new one, but they were like, no, it's a separate license. You have to. And I was like, no, because I had my hair all up and it was in a hairstyle that I could not take down. And so I just looked like a Potato Head.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to have my picture done when I took that.
Yeah, it's not good.
And I kind of don't care.
But yeah, my hair looks awesome in this. My makeup
You look
was on
amazing.
point. Yeah. It was a little pudgy still in the face, but it's fine. I looked badass, so.
That's really a blessing.
Yeah. And my friend, when we went to the casino, I had to give him my license to get the credits and everything for gambling, because that's a thing that I did. Like, what? Anyway, the lady who took my license, she's like, wow, this is a beautiful picture. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then my friend that I was with, he wanted to see it too. And he was like, wow, that's beautiful. And I'm like, oh, thanks.
That's a good one. My
I'm so pretty.
my permit was better. Well, I had actually my permit picture on my license but I had to get I had to have it renewed because for whatever reason, or it was never renewed.
Getting your license and everything, that was the most stressful time of my life.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Because it was right before me and Kendra went to Montreal for the concert. And I had like 2 days to get it done. Because I'm a procrastinator. And I didn't realize...
What'd you say?
What?
A procrastinator?
A procrastinator.
You said procrastinator.
Shut up. No, I didn't. You're dumb.
You're an advanced procrastinator.
But I got a little bit of time blindness and I didn't realize how quickly the date was coming up. And so I had to hurry up and get all my information. And because I have moved 5 times in 5 years, all of my information was scattered across all different kinds of addresses. And to get an enhanced license, you have to show proof of like 2 different forms of proof of your current address or something. Mm-hmm. I didn't have that because everything was scattered across 5 different addresses that I hadn't yet accumulated all into one. And so I had no way of like proving that I've been living in this one place for a semi amount of time. And so we had to come up with like new ways of figuring out how to do it. And I had to go back to the DMV like 6 times.
No.
And she was like, you need this. I was like, okay, so I brought that. She's like, no, but you need this and this. And so I brought this and this. And then she was like, but you need this, this, and this because this isn't right. And I'm like, oh my God. I wanted to die. And I was freaking out. And of course, because I'm procrastinating, I'm so close to the time when I have to leave for Montreal for the concert. And I was like, if I don't see this concert, put me in the ground because this is all I'm living for at the moment. So it was, yeah. It was a very, very stressful time. So I'm going to just live off the grid.
All right.
Just disappear into the woods so I don't have to deal with this ever again.
I want to do that every once in a while, but I'm addicted to TikTok. So I can't.
You are so attached
and
to
I
the
like
grid.
to go shopping.
Oh, gross.
So
I will say I'm addicted to my fan fictions. I end and start every day with reading a fan fiction or something.
You can have like solar and probably like internet.
Did you hear anything about the talk about them shutting down the internet? Your eyes just went crazy. What are you doing?
Did
You're
you like
bugging.
that? Did you like that?
But did you hear about that?
No.
Apparently the government wants to shut down the internet for something. And
That's
I'm like,
not good.
wow, they're really trying to keep us from talking to each other. getting information out there. We're getting too close to the truth, apparently. Yeah, we're all talking. We're all exposing the not so wonderful things that our government is up to. And yeah, they want to shut that shit down, apparently. Not okay.
You think they will?
If it came down to it, I 100% think they would shut down the grid. Because we are very technological people, that if you shut down the grid, most of the majority of the population would be dead within a year without technology. Nobody knows how to survive without it. No. We are so dependent upon it. So yeah. We'd be dead.
Well, if there was no internet, nothing in our economy would function, I don't think.
No. Absolutely nothing.
That's awesome. I love the internet.
You should read this series, Ashfall, Ash and Winter and Sunrise, by Mullen. What's his full name? His? Mike Mullen.
Mike Mullen.
Yeah, Ashfall by Mike Mullen. It is, I think it's technically YA? Yeah. But it's post-apocalyptic about the Yellowstone National Volcano erupting and knocking out all the power, knocking out, the sun isn't able to come through with all the ashfall and everything. And shit gets real in this real quick. Like, I was not expecting it to go full cannibalism right off the freaking bat, but it went hardcore real quick. Very, very good series. I highly recommend it. Just reading this, I'm already I'm prepared for the apocalypse. Not that I would particularly want to survive any length of time, but I'm prepared either way. So, do you think you would be able to survive?
I thought you were asking if I would be able to read that.
Oh, I know you can't. I know you can't. I wasn't asking that. I already know the answer to that.
Hey, that's so mean. I've read a book before.
A book. Yeah.
What was the question?
The Hungry Caterpillar doesn't count.
Listen, I got halfway through it, okay? I got full just reading that book. You can't blame me. Would I survive?
Yeah, would you be able to survive? We're doing so good.
Probably. I don't know that I'd want to.
I think without TikTok, you would go rabid.
I would just be bored.
Okay.
That's so sad. I would be bored of the apocalypse because I wouldn't have TikTok. That's so stupid.
You wouldn't be able to find anything else to do. Oh,
no.
Man. That's pretty terrible.
I just love having, brain dead time. I just love to stare at something and just turn off.
You know what's incredible? So remember how we were talking about how, you have to have music? I used to always say I have to have music in the car to keep me from thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I actually prefer silence in my car to give me time to think because I make up my own... God, I'm such a dweeb. I make up my own fan fictions now. I'm working on different stories that I have going, and so it gives me time to really hash out. I have some very elaborate stories going on right now.
Would you write, or would you, hire someone to write it?
I've written some. Not that I've only ever published one. I say published. I put it on AO3. It sucks. Looking back
at it, on there?
It's still on there.
Should I go home and read it?
No.
It'll be the most reading I've done.
If you can find it with absolutely no hint, I will not say anything about it. But
I don't even know what is the website you said?
AO3.
AO3. I've
Archive
never
of
heard
Our
of that.
Own. It's Archive of Our Own. It is. I love that website. And you know what? Some of the, quote unquote amateur writers on there are way better than most published authors. I'm reading this one fic right now. 644,000 words. That is the entirety of the Harry Potter series. That is it's insane. So yeah.
God bless.
In one story.
Wow.
So, and it's really good. It's really good, actually. Usually stuff like that just tends to drone on, but no, that's really good. But anyway, yeah. So I have a few stories that I have either started writing, that are actually on paper, on computer.
On computer.
On computer. Or that I'm formulating or that I want to write. I have more fun just coming up with the stories than actually sitting down and writing them.
Mm-hmm.
Because writing is actually very, very hard. It's very hard. So kudos to people who can do it.
I don't know how.
And are actually not self-conscious enough to actually post it. Because like I said, I posted one and I thought it was so good, and then I read it later on. I was like, oh, oops, this sucks.
Did you get like any views on it?
Yeah.
Do people comment?
I don't know about comments, but I've gotten some kudos. That's how.
Word.
That's the likes are on AO3 as kudos. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I used to love making up stories like when I was a kid. Or even like in middle school, high school. Just like daydreaming, making up stories. I can't do it anymore.
I wrote this one. It was my first bout in college.
Mm-hmm.
I took a English class. And we had to write a short story. Or it was like some kind of... It doesn't matter. Move on. But I wrote this story that was like a vague... how do I put this? Basically a vague telling of someone's suicide. And it was really sad. It was done in such a way that was like almost whimsical and fantasy and beautiful. But it was like a fantasized and whimsical version of her death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I published that somewhere. They put it somewhere in like the school's paper or something. It was like a thing that you could submit all your writings to, and I put it in that. And anonymity.
Advanced.
Kill me now. Death. I just deserve death. Oh
Anonymously, you put it in there.
I don't remember, or I didn't publish it at all. I don't remember what I did with it. That was the time period that was really dark for me. So my memory is shot in that time period. So I don't know what I did with it. I just know I wrote it. And somebody wrote it, right? I know someone read it.
I used to be really into writing. Like, I went to a writing camp. It wasn't really a camp.
So
I just, like, went to my school
this
for,
one
like,
time
a
at
week.
band camp?
This one time at band camp. I went to my school every day for a week, like, in the summer, and just wrote all day. And... we would have to read each other's writing. And on the last day, my story was like an ongoing thing throughout the week. And on the last day, people are reading mine. And I'm like kind of reading along. And I look up and 2 people are crying.
Oh my god!
And then this other time, when I was in high school, I had to write... I don't remember even what the prompt was, but I wrote something, and my teacher emailed my parents and was like, her writing, it brought me to tears. It was so good.
Wow.
And she emailed me, it was just like,
was
really
this
good.
the essay about the mashed potatoes?
No, that was in 4th grade. I brought the whole crowd to tears when that was read. But, bro, that essay was so good.
If you say so. I have yet to read it, so I can only... That's hearsay.
I have yet to
hearsay.
read it. I think it's gone.
My peak pinnacle moment was when, in my English class, we had to submit, I don't know, kind of like just proof that you're working on it. And he would read over it and say, okay, you're on the right track, keep going.
A draft. Some people would call that a draft.
Thank you. That's it. That's the word. Yeah, a draft. Shut up. But
A proof that you're working on it.
because it wasn't even a draft. It was just more like you could have like 3 sentences of the thing done. And as long as you showed something that you were progress, it was like a progress check. That's what it was. But I showed it to him and he was reading through it. He pointed out one line and he was like, man, that's good. Can I steal that? Can I pretend I wrote that? And I was like, hell yeah, man!
That's awesome.
I'm doing good!
That feels so good.
So yeah, I was pretty excited about that. I wanted to take his creative writing class, but it was full. It was really sad. I told him last semester, you were with me when I ran into him. I don't want to say his name just in case he doesn't want to be on the podcast, but...
I don't remember it.
No? We were going to our ASL class, and I stopped. We were late to our ASL class because I was talking to him, and you were standing right there as I'm like, hey man, I'm coming back next semester, you can't get rid of me, because that's such a lame thing to say, but it's so cliche. It's like, you can't get rid of me!
Yes.
But, no, I told him I was going to come back, and I'm not coming back, so...
So you lied.
I didn't intend to. I really wanted to go back. And I'm really sad I'm not. Maybe I'll do next semester if he's still teaching that class. I don't know. I love learning. I would be a perpetual, I'd be a student forever.
You should be a teacher. Well,
I want to.
in a better society, you should be a teacher.
If I could teach the way
Not
I want
in
to
America.
teach.
And yeah.
If I could teach what and how I wanted to, I'd be the greatest freaking teacher ever. Yeah. I love it. I like inspiring people to want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And to, like, find a way to make things interesting in a way that they will then continue on with themselves. It's not just, that's the problem with Common Core. I was just talking to this about with a couple clients of mine the past day or two. That the problem with the Common Core is you're teaching to pass the grades. You're teaching to reach this particular goal, to get your statistics for the overall system, and that's it. You're not actually teaching kids how to think, how to learn, how to think for themselves, how to be free thinkers. You're not teaching them how to take what they're learning and apply it to their life, and you're not inspiring them to continue their own education on their own time. It's just, okay, here's the information, pass your test, forget it all, move on to the next. That's not how education is supposed to be. That's not creating the type of people that are going to go out into this society and actually make progressive movements. We say we're such a progressive society. We're literally creating nothing but sheep. We're creating people who know how to obey orders, who do just enough to reach their goal, and that's it. Not to surpass their superiors or their betters, just enough to get by. We're creating little worker bees and little drone sheep. And that's not what I want to do with life. I want people to become free thinkers and to be able to figure out life the best way that they can for themselves, which therefore will translate to their families, friends, and society. Wow, it got really bright.
That was so pleasant.
This is God saying, you're on the right track!
Oh.
The angel choir comes out. But, yeah. And now it's dark again. Damn it, son. Get it together.
It's a little cloudy.
A little bit. But, so yeah, that was my rant for the day. Education needs to get it together. That's what I would like. Mm-hmm. I would like a position in whatever, that education board or whatever, who creates the curriculum. That needs wiped out and redone, and let me do it, because I got this.
Yeah. It's such it's a broken, cycle. Kind of how we talked about in Deafhood, how if the information isn't presented in a way that's accessible, then they're behind. And then moving forward, they're more behind.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of school, can't get a job. It's set up for failure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. But the sad thing is there's actually pretty simple solutions, but it's the people who are in power, who like to stay in power, who don't want things to change because they're in power because they stepped on other people to get there, because they rewrote the rules to benefit them rather than society. And that's why I honestly believe that we just need to wipe the whole slate clean as far as our government goes and actually get people in there who aren't for themselves. We need to cap the term limits. We need to cap the
age limit.
The age limits, also the wages.
Mm-hmm.
They're just giving themselves more and more raises. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but no. This was supposed to be a position of honor, to be able to serve your country in this government position, rather than you just stepping on people to get a higher pay raise, doing whatever you can to hide your shady shit. That's not what government was supposed to be. And the really sad thing is, I don't care where you stand on the Second Amendment. The whole point of the Second Amendment was to protect against a tyrannical government. Guess what we have, folks? A tyrannical government who is trying to, make changes to that amendment because they're afraid that people are actually going to rise up against them and actually call them to order. And they don't want that. So they have to rewrite all the rules to make sure that they're not getting called out for the shit that they're doing. I said that really weird. Shit that they're doing. But you know what I mean? And I'm like, if people aren't realizing that they're literally twisting the rules in their own benefit rather than society's, then, like I said, we're creating a society of sheep who are just going along with it. and people need to stand up against that. And it's because of opportunities to get information out there with like social media that they're trying to track that. The whole shutting down TikTok thing, that was a ploy just to get people to shut up and scare people away from, sharing information that they're not supposed to be sharing and getting personal information out there. Because like there's a lot of really central things in different towns that I would never hear about without things like TikTok. Now, TikTok has its own problems. It's definitely something that needs monitored as far as like parents and children. Mm-hmm. Parents need to monitor their children's use of social media, because the amount of like turmoil that a person goes through while watching TikToks, it's happy, sad, angry, this, that, so quickly that our brains are literally incapable of keeping up with it. And so that's why there definitely is problems with it. But as far as actually communication, getting information out there, it's a great tool. And it's one of the best ones that I've seen, because I'm getting information personally from people who are experiencing it all across the country, all across the world, with information that I would otherwise not hear. And so they're trying to shut that shit down because people are sharing information that was never supposed to be leaked. Media is supposed to be tracking and putting a cap on and, shutting up. But they can't when it's personal devices and personal people sharing their information. And so everything that's just like, they're going to shut this down and they're doing this and they're doing that. I'm like, it's literally to cover up their own shady shit. And how are people not realizing that? Like, we need to keep spreading information, and we also need to find new ways of spreading information that don't rely completely on the internet. Good old-fashioned letter writing. You know what? Send out the doves. Send out the pigeons, because they're also going to get to the mail carrier system eventually. Here in my tinfoil hat. Don't I look nice in my tinfoil hat? Yeah. I went off there. Okay, I'm tired. I need a nap. Where's my Pamprin?
Oh my god.
Don't come for me if I disappear. You know why?
Either the Pamprin killed her or...
Despite how often I talk about my depression and my suicidal ideation, I do not intend to kill myself. So if someone ever tries to say I killed myself, I did not. I did not hit her. Oh my god. Cackling like a hyena over here. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm good. How are
Questioning
you?
existence after that one, right?
A little bit. It's awful because I don't feel like I can do anything about it.
Yeah.
So then there's like no point in me paying attention to it, because all it does is make me anxious, but it's not productive anxiety because I can't do anything about it. So then I don't pay attention to it, and then I'm contributing to the problem. So,
well, here's the question that we'll always need asked until it's answered. Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Don't stop asking where are the kids. The Maui fires. Bunch of kids up and disappeared. Bunch of people gone. Guess what? Human trafficking. I don't doubt it in the slightest. So yeah, where are the kids? Answer that for me. Anyway.
I didn't know about that.
It infuriates me. Like, again, I know I've talked about it, but it's seriously one of those things that is like top of my mind and on my heart all the freaking time. And it's like, those fires were not accidental. They were not accidental. They had all the opportunity in the world to sound the alarm. They did not.
What do you think about people saying that, because this came up in one of my classes yesterday, that the alarm is normally used to tell people that there's tsunami, so that people would move to the wrong place?
Lies. That is an excuse. It says in the rules and regulation, whatever, that those alarms are set for all different kinds of disasters, including fires. So that was a bold-faced lie. The people are not stupid. If there's an alarm, they're looking out for what is wrong, not just the one thing. There's a lot of other disasters other than a tsunami. So no, those alarms were actually set for all different kinds of disasters, and it was a flat-out lie that he said that, he didn't want to scare people and have them run to higher ground and towards the fires and stuff. Like, people aren't stupid. They're not going to keep running towards smoke. They're not going to run towards this big raging fire. They're going to realize that, hey, this is an actual problem, but it would have given them plenty of warning to be able to figure out what was going on and be able to do something more than stay there and burn to death. And I don't know the full story. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. But I guess when enough people did hear about the fires, they sent all the kids home. But it was basically a ploy just to have them go missing. And I don't doubt for a single second. I don't know if it's true or not. I hope it's not. But either way, the ending result is still horrific. But all these kids are now missing. So either one, they burned to death in the fires, or two, they were rounded up and they have been trafficked off. But either way, there are tons of people missing and nobody has the answers. Because guess what? Money changed hands. Major money changed the hands of a lot of powerful people. And I'm telling you, if developments start popping up where those houses and those lands were with families and everything, if big multi-million-dollar companies come in and start building hotels and developments and everything, that's just an absolute slap in the face. It's complete and utter disregard for human life for nothing but money. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But you know what? The shady shit that goes on, I'm probably not wrong. And a lot of people probably aren't wrong. So yeah, where are the kids?
I just feel like it's so obvious what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe before internet or something, it wouldn't have been as obvious, but at this point I feel like it's so obvious.
Mm-hmm. But again, we've created a society of sheep that, like us, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. Still need to see. That's the thing. I don't leave my house ever, even to go to the movies, but I still want to see The Sound of Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So really need to watch that. I hope and encourage everybody watch that. And the fact that there were, I don't know, Hollywood moguls or whatever trying to kind of quiet that movie down.
Yeah, it did not get big numbers at all.
There was no previews. There was no, there was no talk about it. There was no hype for it. It was even theaters were shutting down because of no AC to keep people from going to see it. And I'm like, this is just, it's so obvious now. Anytime people are trying to redirect you away from something is more and more reason to go towards that thing that they're trying to redirect you from, because this is what they're trying to hide. So there's your signal, folks. If people are trying to redirect you from it, that's because there's something to hide.
And
go see it.
Barbie and Oppenheimer coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that took over. So, yeah. And I'm honestly, again, because of TikTok, you're seeing it more and more. Oh, it's gonna happen. I gotta burp. Okay, it was more of a hiccup. But anyway, that's so gross. The whole alien thing. One, they didn't actually cop to aliens. They just made it sound like aliens and everything. But again, that was probably to redirect from other things that were going on. And they're just like, oh, don't look behind the curtain over here. Look, aliens. Oh my God. And we're like, we don't care. We do not care about aliens. Honest to God, an alien invasion would be probably monumental because end this economy right now. It'd be great because we have bigger things to worry about than aliens, including how we're going to get food on the table next, how we're going to make rent. We got bigger things to worry about. So stop trying to confuse us and stop trying to distract us with aliens. We do not care. And it's just getting really, really obnoxious. And then, of course, now you have, with election season coming up, of course you have the resurgence of COVID and mask mandates coming up again. I'm sorry, people. No. That's bullshit. That's bullshit on a stick. That's a really unappealing lollipop right there. Listen, I'm just saying.
Yum.
At this point, it happens every 4 years. Every 4 years, without a doubt, there is something coming along to just herd people. And guess what? It's now a resurgence of COVID and the needing people to fall in line with mask mandates again. No! Just no. It didn't work the first time. It ain't gonna work the second time. So, no. I'm gonna spray paint all over the do not comply at this point. I'm just done.
Ooh.
Do not comply.
I like that.
Ugh. Anyway, you got me all fired up.
I always do.
By doing absolutely nothing. You just sit there and let me go.
I like it. It's educational.
Oh no.
Huh.
See, this is why you need to text me. Because do you have a thing Do you have a more you know?
No.
I don't
I
either.
had it last week.
No, you didn't.
I had the manatees.
Oh, you did. Well, I thought your sister was coming and she was supposed to have it.
Oh.
You suck. Well, guess we're not learning anything new today. That's sad.
Share something about yourself that we don't know.
You broke my brain. I'm an open book. So I'm searching for a house.
There we go.
There we go. Yet more reason people spread the news, get us sponsored so I can make money and so I can buy a house. Pretty please. And pay my bills. That'd be great. Because I can't live here forever.
I could.
No, trust me, you could not. There's reasons that I will not be putting on the podcast. Might have to bleep all this part out. Anyway, moving on. Okay. But yeah, I'm looking for a house. And so I needs the monies. Yeah. That's it. I'm trying to be a big girl now.
That's very big.
Yeah. I'm a big kid now.
At night.
What?
The nighttime ones.
No.
It goes, I'm a big kid now. At night. For the nighttime pull-ups.
I did not know that.
There's a daytime. The nighttime ones.
I didn't know there was another little song.
It's just the at night version. It's just at night.
I don't like that.
I'm a big kid now at night.
I don't like that. That messes with the rhythm of the little chant. Nope, you ruined it.
Sorry. I didn't do it. They did it. They started doing it at night.
You broke my brain though. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah.
Nighttime pull-ups. You have to have them in the nighttime.
Yeah, I know there are nighttime pull-ups. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the song. I didn't know there was the song part of it. I didn't know there was additional little... This is a stupid conversation.
I'm a big kid now at night. I can't believe you never heard that.
I don't have TV.
I don't know why I
don't
know
watch
it.
commercials. Yeah.
800-588-2300
Empire
today.
Do you know that looking for a new car, which one's me? A cool convertible or an SUV? You don't know that one?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to show you the video afterwards. That is like...
That sounds like get connected for
free
at Education Connection.
Oh my god, yes. JG Wentworth 877 cash now. Yeah, I love those. Commercials need to get better.
I haven't seen a good commercial since 2007.
That was so specific. You were still in diapers in 2007.
No, I wasn't. I was 5 years old.
You were still in diapers.
Listen, I might still had a pacifier, but I definitely wasn't in diapers.
Wait, what?
No, I was 4.
And you still have pacifiers?
1.
Girl.
I had a problem. I had an addiction.
You know that those can cause like weird teeth.
Then why do you think my teeth are so weird?
Your teeth aren't weird.
I have an overbite. That's why.
You do?
Big time.
Smile.
Mm-mm.
Why?
I'm hiding it.
But I like your teeth. You have a nice smile.
Yeah, but have you ever seen it from the side?
No, do it.
Mm-mm.
You can't just say that and not show me.
You'll see it.
You're
just
rude.
not right now.
Rude.
Sorry.
I like your teeth.
Thanks. I don't.
Well, again, your opinion doesn't matter. Only my
What do
opinion
you mean
matters.
again?
I said that to you before, and apparently you haven't learned.
My bad. I'll stop having opinions.
You're allowed to have them, they just don't matter.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is so mean.
Anyway, let's play chess.
Right
I just
now?
looked at my picture thing on the wall. Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Let me teach you.
Mm.
You suck.
I don't feel like brain. I feel like sleep.
Okay.
I need a pampering.
I was about to say, I have some. Would you like some? I need to get more.
No,
I'm running low.
that scares me. I'm afraid I wouldn't wake up.
I'm running low.
Well, that's what happens when you use it every day.
Listen, I've gotten the best sleep of my life.
Hey, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, be careful.
So any doctors out there, if you have any concerns about my pampering use, let me know. But again, my opinion is the only one that matters, so I'm not going to listen.
Can you imagine a doctor listening to a podcast? There's probably some psych student just studying us.
My coworker is a chiropractor. He's technically a doctor. He listened to it.
Hello.
Said,
do you know anything about Pamprin?
He said he started listening to it, but he hasn't said anything since. Probably.
He hates it.
He hates it, which is fine.
He hates us.
It's fine. I told him not to judge. He's like, "Do I look judgmental?" I'm like, "No, but
How does someone look judgmental? That's you have to judge someone to think they look judgmental.
I love him. He's the most precious person. That's the one thing. I'm looking for a house, but once I get a house, then I'm not going to be able to afford my office rent and my mortgage. So I have to find a place that I can work out of my house.
Oh.
But I don't want to leave my coworkers.
That sucks.
We've been together since I started working. They've been together. My 2 coworkers have been together for even longer, but I've been there for about 7 years.
Oh my god.
6 or 7 years.
How much of a recluse would you be if you worked out of your house?
Dude, I'm so excited for it.
That's crazy.
I would never leave my house. I'm so excited. Well,
Wow.
other than my Barnes & Noble runs. But even that, I haven't actually
And
been to Barnes &
Burger
Noble.
King.
Shut up. I haven't been to Barnes & Noble in a really long time because I'm trying to save money.
Mhm.
And so I haven't even gone past Fayetteville in weeks. I haven't bought a new book in even longer.
Good for you.
That's why I'm mentally going crazy.
Oh, bad for you.
Yeah. I need my serotonin boosts of buying books. I don't read them, but I just need to buy them.
Wow, that's so interesting.
I do.
Books are expensive too.
They really are. Would you like to buy some of mine? I'm selling some.
No, I need money too.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can't read.
I can read.
Oh, can you? Hmm.
How do you think I type up the freaking descriptions of the episodes? Voice to text?
I'm pretty sure you have like a little.
Someone do it for
Yeah.
me.
You've got
A scribe. I can read. I just can't focus on reading. I get bored.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's
All right.
honestly.
It has to just be a really good book. If it's a really good book, I can do it.
Guess what? It's my mission now to find the perfect book for you. So I have to have like a interview thing, not an interview, but like a survey to narrow down the type of books. I probably have
Do
one.
it. Start asking me questions.
Okay. Right now?
Yep.
Nobody wants to hear this.
Then why not?
Well, what kind of genres do you like? We're
Fiction.
starting broad. Okay. Fiction.
That means fake, right?
Oh my god. You're unreal.
Right?
You're
Fiction
just-
is fake and nonfiction is not fake. That's how they taught me in elementary school.
You are a devil sent to plague me.
Am I
Oh my
wrong?
God. You're not wrong.
Yeah, fiction is fake and nonfiction is not fake.
Okay,
AKA
but
real.
there's a lot of different kinds of fiction. Do you like historical fiction? Do you like...
What's historical fiction about history?
It means it's fiction that takes place in a historical time period or around a historical event.
Nuh-uh.
No? Okay. So you want more like realistic fiction? Or do
Yeah.
you like fantasy fiction?
What's fantasy fiction?
Fantasy fiction means there's probably some kind of element of supernatural
No.
or magic
None.
or no creatures.
No supernatural.
You're lame.
If any, well, okay, so probably my favorite book series is called, the first book is called Every Day. And that is, I guess, kind of supernatural because it's about a guy who wakes up in a different body every day and he, like, falls in love with a girl and so he has to, like, although he's in a different body every day, like, tries to be in her life. It's so good. I love it. So he like wakes up in a different body every day, but there's rules. Like they're never too far apart. So one day
This sounds a whole lot like this one series that was so god awful.
Oh.
I mean, it's not the same, but it reminds me of something. But what's it called? I'm gonna look it
Every
up.
Day
Every Day.
by I think his name is David Levithan.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Okay.
So one day he wakes up in the body of this guy who is dating this girl and he falls in love with the girl, but then at midnight the next day he's in the body of someone else, so he has to...
Shush. Every day a different body, every day a different life, every day in love with the same girl. There's never any warning about where it will be or who it will be, and has made peace with that. A has made peace with that, even established guidelines by which to live. Never get too attached. Avoid being noticed. Do not interfere. It's all fine until the morning that A wakes up in the body of Justin and meets Justin's girlfriend, Rhiannon. Rhiannon. From that moment, the rules by which A has been living no longer apply, because finally A has found someone he wants to be with, day in, day out, day after day.
I forgot that he named himself A.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. And I know that's a
it.
very good author. I haven't read anything of his.
There's a movie. They came out with a movie a couple years ago.
Oh, God.
The movie was bad.
Do I have that book somewhere?
I have it.
Do you have it?
So that's about as far into the supernatural as I will go.
That's so boring. Have you tried more fantasy stuff?
Yeah, I just can't relate to it because I'm not a witch or a warlock or.
Well, the whole point is to be completely out of reality.
Well, I'm to. I don't know. I have to be able to picture it super well. So if it's something that's not real, I can't picture it.
How about this?
Okay.
I am always recommending this book series to newer readers because that sounds really, really patronizing. I'm sorry. I don't mean
I'm learning how to read.
No, it's more just because it's an easy, fun read. But it's actually my friend has the first book because I'm an idiot and I let her have it or I let her borrow it. But it's by Allie Carter. It's technically a teen series.
Yeah, I like that.
Allie Carter, and the first one is I forget what the first one is. Wait, does it say somewhere? What's the first one? They're all really long names.
It has to be an easy read because I don't do good with big words.
This is an easy read, but it's a fun read. It's her spy series. I love this book. It's just the first book I will say is really juvenile because it's these high school girls who go to this all-girls academy and they're training to be spies. And like I said, listen, it's your face, but it's actually really cute. It's really good. So the first book is really juvenile though because they use their super awesome spy abilities to get a boy. The lead girl, whatever. And I'm just ew, gross, whatever. The second book dives a little bit more into the story of their education and becoming spies, and then introduces a couple more characters that will then be throughout the rest of the series. And then the third book really establishes the main plot that goes on through the rest of it, which actually gets pretty interesting because it's a terrorist group. And there's a whole big plot that follows the rest of the 4 or something books in the rest of the series. But it's actually really good once you get past the first book and a half of kind of juvenile.
Yeah, let me just read a whole book and a half before it starts to get good.
No, what I'm saying is they're good books, but it's just because me personally, I'm just wow, you use these awesome spy abilities to get a boy. Gross. But that's me being my asexual, aromantic self, that I'm ew, gross. Romance? Ugh, whatever. But, yeah.
What do you mean, ew, gross, whatever? You literally read these freaking crazy gay romance.
Listen. I don't even know. That's not the point. That's totally not the point. What I'm saying is it's just you have so many better things to do with your awesome spy abilities, and this is what you choose to do with it. Grow up. But then they do, because then they're dealing with a terrorist group, and it's really interesting, and it's good.
The switch between high school boys and terrorist group is awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's actually really good. So I'm going to get the first book back from my friend. I will text her and say I need it back, and I'm going to let you borrow it. If you mess up my book in any capacity whatsoever, I will.
I'm not about that. I'm very respectful towards books. I literally promise. I literally promise. Because one time when I was in high school, I lent a book to a friend, and she gave it back to me, and it was covered in, crayon.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like she put it in a big bag of crayons and, shook it around.
Oh my god.
I don't know what happened.
Insulting.
But it was $1. So.
I don't have a good history of lending my books out. And that's why people are, irritated with me when I'm no, you're not having one of my books. Because I've had terrible history with it. I lent one of my books to one of my friends, never got it back. I know exactly what book it is. I've never said anything about it because I already read it and I'll probably never read it again, so it's not a huge deal, but it's don't steal my book! Yeah, never got that book back. Gave another one of my books to another friend to get him into the series. He gave it back to me and he was like, here you go. It was destroyed. destroyed to the point where I was like, I'm buying a hardback copy and I'm never letting anybody touch it ever again. And then the rest of the series I bought in hardback to match. But anyway, I was so irritated. It was disgusting. He gave back, it was, ugh. Anyway, then another one of my books that I lent out, never got it back, kept asking for it. We had a little bit of a falling out because of other issues, and I told her, I was like, whatever, if you never want to talk to me again, that's your prerogative, but I want my book back. She's like, okay, blah, blah, blah. She never gave it back to me, so I Venmo requested her the money for it. She never gave me the money.
That's crazy.
I was so mad. It was
I love that.
It is one of my top favorite books of all freaking time, and she never gave it back to me, to the point where I had to buy a new copy of it. It's sitting right there. I bought a hardback copy of it, and I will never let anybody touch it ever again. And then, like I said, I currently have one of my books out to my friend right now, but she lives a couple doors down. So I will storm her house to get my book back, if that is what it takes. Yeah. So I don't lend my books out nicely.
You don't have to lend it to me.
Yes, but I also don't want you to spend the money on a book that you might not like.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So I can let you have one. I can have you let you. This is why I read instead of talk.
That's so funny.
Anywho. But, yeah. I need to redo my shelves.
Why?
Because they're all out of order. There's a lot of books I actually intend to get rid of to make space for books I want to buy.
Would you ever sell them?
Sell my books?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh, you said that earlier. My bad.
Yeah. I've given a lot of books away just because books are very difficult to sell. Even though my books are, like, straight off of the brand new shelf. I keep my books in perfect, pristine condition. But yeah, books don't sell very well, so I end up giving them away anyway. But if I can get a little bit of money out of it, that'd be great. Because, again, your girl broke. Feet pics coming soon, folks.
It went there.
My cousin keeps yelling at me. He's like, that's so gross. I'm like, don't judge
Why?
people.
She has nice feet, you guys.
I do actually have very cute feet.
Her toes are always painted.
My feet are really cute. I've been taking pretty good care of them, prepping them. You know.
Do you like the foot mask? The bag, the little wrap that you put on it?
Don't.
Just do
That's
that.
expensive.
Are they?
I don't know. It's money. It's expensive. If it's $5, it's expensive. I don't know. But I do need to go get a pedicure and redo my toes. But the only thing is, the really sad thing is, do you remember Ben was talking about it? And he was like, you do remember this. We had the conversation.
Yes, but...
Oh, it was supposed to be... Whatever. Doesn't matter. But he was like pink, white, or red toenails. I hate.
Really?
I hate pink. I hate red. I don't do
white. I like
white.
dark colors.
I like
toes.
black blues.
Mine are dark brown right now.
Yeah. Mine are like a royal blue. But I want to do blacks and blues, greens, purples. But no, everybody likes like dainty little color. I'm like,
I'm not super into red nails.
No.
I feel like it looks kind of cheesy. I feel the same way about like a red lipstick. I just don't.
Certain people can
It's
definitely.
so dressed up, I feel like. I don't know.
Certain people can definitely pull it off.
Yeah.
I am not one of those people. And so the thought of having to
I
go
can't.
to my regular nail technician and be like, can I have pink toenails? I don't like it. I don't like
For
it.
my fingernails, I always do either like a brown or like a pastel blue or purple or something like that. And my toes, I usually do brown.
I just
brown.
don't think my skin tone ever looks good with lighter colors.
Hmm.
And so that's
Maybe.
why I always do. I love grays and blacks. Painting my nails grays and blacks.
Black is like so like universal, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Love
I'll just
black
do
nails.
black.
Do it.
I don't know.
What's gonna be like your username?
I've thought about it. It's hard. It's hard. It's really difficult to come up with something that's probably not used 1,000 different ways. I have one thing that I could use, but it's kind of personal. Not that you'd be able to pinpoint it to me or in any way, but like it's kind of like an inside joke between me and my mom. And I'm like, I don't want to use that.
Okay.
But I do want to keep it anonymous. You don't want the creepos.
Yeah, make sure you shave your whole leg and not just the inside too.
That's so inconvenient.
Okay, then at least the freaking ankle might be in the picture, okay?
Okay. I've already thought about like different angles or different
Oh my
like
god, she's thought about it. Do you need a photographer? I got you. We can
Dude.
split it. Or you can give me 10%. Is that a lot?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Is 10% not a lot?
I was going to say 60-40, but we'll go with 10%.
60-40? I was going to say 20, but I thought that was maybe too much.
No, you
so
said
I'm
it. You
gonna
called
go
it.
10.
We'll do 10. Yep.
Could do 20.
Nope. We'll do 11.
12.
11.
Okay. I don't know, because if I'm just taking pictures of your feet, like...
Oh no, I'm doing like full-blown videos, dude.
You're doing...
I'll do videos. You can get way more money out of that.
Yeah, give me 20%.
Psh, I'm the one buying a house.
I'm in college, full time.
Wah! You got financial aid. Dude,
I do.
I'm so freaking pissed. So I had 2 loans out. I had one from trade school that I eventually paid off, and then I had one more from school. I kept paying towards that when everything was frozen because of COVID. All the interest payments were frozen. So I paid off a little bit more at a time, trying to get it down before the interest accrued again. And I had it down to like $1,000. I was like, okay, awesome. I'll leave it for a little while. I don't want to spend the money again because I paid quite a few chunks of money toward it already. So I was like, okay, we'll leave it until later. Got the email just the other day saying that interest is going to start piling up again. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll get online and I'll wipe out the $1,000 that I have remaining. Mm-hmm. I get on there, and between the time of around when I did my taxes this year was the last time I looked at my loans and everything. Between then and now, I guess something happened. I don't know. But you know how it switched over from Great Lakes to Nelnet? No? No idea? Okay, well, it did. Don't know what happened, but I get online just like yesterday or something, and I look, and I'm going to pay off my $1,000. $3,500 are sitting right there. I'm like, excuse me, where did this extra $2,500 come from? What the heck? And then I look at my payment history. There's no history. What? So I have to call them, and I'm like, I'm not paying a dime over $1,000 that I have remaining. So, and my mom, I called her. I was like, well, I don't understand. Is my memory that garbage? I only had $1,000 left. Now I'm looking at 35. Did I just did I just not read it properly, or what's going on? She was like, well, banks buy out different debts, and it transfers from one bank to the next just to get rid of it. People buy out different debts, and so maybe a new company bought my debt, and.
But then where did your money go?
I don't know.
Wow, that's
I'm so pissed, though.
Stressful.
I'm so pissed, and I'm like, I technically have the money. I could wipe it out right now, but I only had $1,000 left. Right. That was what I was prepared to pay for. I'm not shelling out $3,500 of my savings that I have for my house right now. It's not happening.
I wouldn't.
And I'm so pissed because there's no payment history or anything. I'm like, I paid large chunks of money towards this loan. What the heck? I'm pissed. Yeah. So yeah, got to figure that out today. Because it starts, I don't even know what the date is. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, so we have 31 days in this month.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I've got one more day to figure it out before it starts being a problem again.
Awesome.
Yeah. Don't know what to say. I'm going to get on the phone and be like, what? Explain, please. I am Confucian.
Can you imagine? Hi, this is Nana. How can I help you?
What? Explain, please.
I am Confucian.
Yeah, so I'm pretty pissed about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah. Adulthood, man. I am living the dream. A client, not my client, but my chiropractor's client, came in, and chiropractor wasn't there yet, so I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm living the dream. I'm like, is that a cry for help? He's like, always. I'm like, he gets it. So, yeah. There we are. Anything to add? Anything to add, Mary Grace?
Just that everybody should go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Yeah, we have Twitter. At My Aunt's Attic Pod on Twitter, and My Aunt's Attic.podcast everywhere else. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Amazon Music? What do you call it?
We're such professionals.
Amazon Music?
Sure.
Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify.
All those places. Seriously, let your friends and family know, and even if you don't actually listen to us, can you guys like play the episodes through?
It's so desperate.
It is. I need a house. I can't live here anymore. I need a house.
Yeah, help us. Listen, if we're in. Okay, listen. This makes sense in my head, so give me a second. If you guys support us, then we're better off mental health wise, so the episodes get better. It's a positive feedback loop.
Oh my god.
Think about it.
That's such like shady manipulation.
And get manipulated, I don't care.
Just not by your government.
No. Do not comply. Hashtag do not comply.
Okay. Yeah. So that does it for this week's episode. We will talk at you next week.
It's been fun. Talk at you next week.
Okay, bye. I look like Potato Head!
You're such a loser!
Hi. Wow! I'm blonde, damn it! I am blonde!